First of all, the button delays and sometimes it doesn't stop all the way, so I'm not a complete dork. Okay, I figured that one out. Secondly, cops are not bad cops when they behave in such a manner when the judges and the lawyers are all on stupid payrolls and paid and the system's manipulated to try to get people off and not real justice. So what are cops to do when people keep continually stabbing people, extorting people, pushing them around, pushing drugs on them, and people have no recourse but to go to vigilante law? I told you that story about Byrd Henry. They tell that story. These kids ended up playing basketball in the colleges, and his kids, and they had gang members come up, and he just had everybody leave the house, and they all rolled up, and because that's what Trisha told me too. She said, just do what Byrd did. And he went outside and drugged the people, and there was blood marks where he drugged them threw them through the front window. I like, they were breaking in the house trying to kill me, so I killed them, and the cops wrote the report. Well, of course, it was a bunch of gang black hooligans and a good black father trying to protect his kids from gang initiations. Cops would basically the way and I'm sure the other parents were, oh my God, they're allowed to get away. Everybody in that neighborhood would have been like, no. They came and rolled up on Byrd, and he shot him. And if you come up and roll up on Byrd, he's going to shoot you too. And nobody messed with Byrd Henry's kids. And he was just one of those men, And Shelby was the same way. And that's why Trisha loves Shelby so much, because he's one of those type of guys. And you don't mess with my children, and you don't mess with. He used to take my son and just hold him and just grab onto Patrick. Patrick was one of his biggest gifts in the whole world. And he would, they would stay with him, and I had to take him back. He would hold on to Patrick and not let him go. That's how much he loved his grandson. And this is not Stephanie's not his biological. All right? Patrick was his gift. They had a whole wall in their apartment dedicated to Truck. Yes, he was their world. And it made Stephanie very jealous because she wanted to be. And it was like they love him more than they love me. She always wanted a son. And this was her grandson. And she loves that. It was hard. She didn't want to bring another girl in because the girls put up with sexual abuse and things like that. She wanted to raise a son so he wouldn't abuse. Yeah, that's Trisha Henry. You ever watch that movie Ghost? I was thinking about that the other day when I came out the library because they were playing I'm Henry the Eighth, I am Henry the Eighth, I am. I remember Patrick Swayze's character keeps singing that Whoopi's character because she's a phony. She had some clairvoyant abilities and she passes herself off as a clairvoyant, and she's kind of phony with a lot of people. And then he finds a clairvoyant that's good ability, and it's her, and he won't leave her alone. You're going to have to help me because this guy evil and he's going to go after my girl. I don't know what's going to happen to her, so I got to go protect my girl. We got to go help her, And she won't listen to him. He said, no, I'm not really getting these voices again. This is what happened when I was a kid. Go away, blah, blah, blah. And he just won't stop. Second verse, same as the first. I'm Henry the Eighth. And he just keeps singing. Everyone was a Henry. He wouldn't have a Willie or a Sam. She wouldn't have a Willie or a Sam. I'm her eighth old man. I'm Henry the Eighth. I am. He goes on until she finally relents and starts talking to him. And then she helps him because the voices were real. Because he wouldn't stop. And it was funny. He just kept going. And it's a really good movie. It's a Ghost. It's one of my... And Oh My Love, My Darling, and Jane Love Melody. I heard it first from, it was on Living Inside Your Love album, George Benson, and then my mom was like, yeah, the Righteous Brothers sing. I love the Righteous Brothers. Ebb Tide, Unchained Love Melody, Rock and Roll Heaven, You Lost That Love. The Righteous Brothers are righteous. Bill and Bobby. Bobby got that high register voice. Bill got that, girl, I can't let you do this. Let you walk away. Girl, how can I live through this? When you're all I wake up for each day, baby. And here comes Bobby with that high voice. And you're mad. And they like bread and butter. They like peanut butter and jelly. They go together like, like peanut butter and ladies. You never had peanut butter and ladies? You should. Actually, I prefer some kind of chocolate myself. It's all right. Whipped cream ain't bad. That's whipped cream. Herb Albert. Yeah, was it whipped cream? Was that the name of the? Yeah, and then It also had that. What else did that album have? I love Herb Alpert and Tijuana Brass. I do. I think they're cool. I think they're really cool. I think Herb Alpert is awesome. Especially, and he does a good vocal. One of my favorite vocals is "You See This Guy." Dan Warwick does it, but there's something about Herb's that just he just sounds so sincere when he sings it, you know. And this guy's in love with you. Yes, he doesn't have the strongest voice, but it's so sincere. It's kind of like Richard Harris's version of MacArthur Park. It's so sincere. He's a great actor, and it's so sincere. And plus, he probably means it. Well, a lot of times, actors, Tyler talked that about things, you know, when he said that about Janet, and he was like, you know, she went deep, and she drew some pain up. And she had some real pain in her life, and she was able to act this part out really well because she dug deep into her own pain. And we all have pain, and good actors connect to the story and feel their own pain and express that pain to you, so you can feel that pain, so you understand the pain of the character that the director and the writer is trying to get across to you. He wants you to feel their pain. He wants you to be empathetic. Yeah, that evil Tyler Perry. He wants you to be empathetic. Yeah, witness protection, he's laughing, but he wants you to be empathetic. He's trying to get you to be an empathetic human being, so you're not some kind of thoughtless, evil. You're a rich girl, and you're gone too far, because you know it don't matter anyway. You can rely on your man's money and your own damn money. You know, sitting in an ivory tower 60 stories high, puffing on a big cigar. Fat man sitting in his easy chair, with a fat cigar without a care. Go underground, young man. He's a soldier. Go underground, die. But that's what makes the world go round. The ups and downs, the carousel. It's a beautiful song. Linda Creed can write a song because she wants you to feel empathy. Today I saw somebody who looked just like you. She walked like you do. I thought it was you. It's a beautiful song. And then here comes Russell with that high voice. As she turned the corner, I called out your name. I felt so ashamed when it wasn't you. Wasn't you? It's a good song. He has a beautiful voice. I don't. You are everything. Stylistics are one of my favorites. I listen to the Stylistics probably as much or more than any other album in the history of the world. The best of the Stylistics. Great album. You don't have it, you should. Go get it. A lot of Linda Creed songs on there. The woman can write a beautiful song. Bet you by golly, wow. She just, oh man. You are everything. You make me feel brand new, which is the song that Tricia Henry said reminded her of her daughter and told her that and said, Stephanie, this is my song. This is how you make me feel. It's really cool. You know, sometimes there's hard things in life, and you go through hard things in life. You get pregnant, and you get left all alone. And you have to raise a baby all on your own. It's hard. It's really hard, and it brings up a lot of hard memories. And you don't want to talk about the father that got you pregnant and left you all alone. You just want to talk about the daughter, and you want to talk about the man named Shelby Henry who came along and loved you like a daughter, even though he wasn't perfect. He had a very good heart, and he loved her. He loved that truck, you know, that little Solo. She believes me. Why? Because he is like Solomon, and he makes me feel like Solomon. And I don't think Ralph's completely crazy. I ain't completely crazy. I ain't none crazy. I am your family, your friend. I'm your brother and a fellow servant. We're fulfilling the book, just like Bob said, because we have to. And in the book, as you can see, the way that it's written in the Quran and the way that it's written in others, and the explanations kind of with the LDS scripture go backwards to explain it, to open up the 1,000 years in Christ is up to us. Because God gives us free will. And he wants the most loving results possible for us, or God does. Or I know that the apostles and the messiahs do. In my heart, this is what I feel. All right? So let's do our best. 1,000 years is a good gig when you've screwed up for so long. And then you'll see what you get at the end of that 1,000 years. We'll see what we do. And then where we go from there. We'll, like Haile Selassie said, let's see what God can do, Ralph. Let's see what God can do. All right? I'm sweating up in here because it's hot up in here. It gets hot in this room. I closed off, but I have it better for acoustics and the dog's not running in and out and everything like that because he's really cute. He's a good boy. He really is a sweetheart. He jumped up on me today. We was hugging and loving. That's when I figured out, you know, I was like, damn, you got the same body as Jiggles and you wiggle just like her. You got the same legs. You even have the same lines between the two of them. And you holy crap. And he looked at me and started smiling because he was just smiling. Took you long enough to figure it out. Was it because I bit Dad's tires yesterday? No, but it helped trigger. I'm kind of slow. I'm pounding on a wall in Dallas. God, why won't they listen? I'm just kidding around. I love you, Edge. Hang in there, man. You know, don't pound. Just open up your eyes. Blessings and peace.